Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are live from the GoPro Mountain Games with our local favorite, Chris Anthony. Definitely elite in the ski world, that is for sure. And so, Chris, you're out here part of the GoPro Mountain Games and part of a whole brand new setup, this Ultimate Mountain Challenge. What is that?
Yeah, it's the Trigger Point Ultimate Mountain Challenge, and it's basically they had the overall winner for ever since the beginning of the mountain games, but it was kind of only about 4 different events, and what they did this year is decide we're going to spread this out so that they literally do want to find who is the best mountain athlete. And this means that some of the people that have dominated in events in the past all of a sudden are finding themselves doing events that they're totally uncomfortable with. Like, for example, we have a huge battle in the women's. We have local Gretchen Reeves, who's actually the defending champion, and she said, I'm going to adapt to this new system, and she's doing it. And so she is up against Annabelle Anderson, and they're only 1 point apart. Annabelle Anderson's been borrowing clothing, equipment, and was sending me messages last night. Okay, I need to enter 4 events tomorrow. I'm borrowing these shoes. I'm going to borrow these shorts, and I'm going to compete in these things. So she was trying to figure out look at the itinerary to see how many events she can get in today, be competitive, get the points, and try to pull ahead of Gretchen. Gretchen's going to compete in, for sure, the road cycling, which she's strong at, and she's going to do the 10K as well, and she's going to try to find one other thing and stay ahead of Annabelle. And then we have Emily Jackson in 3rd place. And in the men's, it's kind of the same thing. Dan Jackson, who's found himself all of a sudden in contention, is doing things that he wasn't going to do at the beginning of the week to stay in there because he's got to make up some point on Nicholas Troutman, who's right there. And then in 3rd is Brandon Nikita. So all of a sudden these guys are different athletes doing different things. They specialize in stuff at one side of it, but they're trying to all go after this right here, the LL Bean leader's jersey, and the person that walks away with this, it's like the coveted, Tour de France jersey.
Right.
And this is going to mean a lot, and it's really built into this dramatic race.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
To have people scrambling at the last minute, borrowing gear, signing up for events that maybe they've never competed in before, just to prove that, they're all around athletes.
And, Annabelle, she is so funny. She's from New Zealand. She's actually, I think, crashing at Ken Hovey's couch. And he talked her into, going after this. She didn't have any clue like how it worked, but now she's already sending me messages going, I'm going to figure this out for next year so I really do it right. So it's neat. And this is new for the mountain games, so I've been working with 2 accountants, and we've been working with this spreadsheet that's unbelievable, and the algorithm on it is hilarious. But to watch how this is developing, and by next year I think you'll see the mountain games have like a real-time scoring system, and you'll see this thing build up. And when we have this place that was filled up yesterday with the biggest crowd ever, in between the climbers, maybe you're going to see the real-time scoreboard of the UMC happening behind us. So it's called the Trigger Point UMC. We're going after the LL Bean, yellow jersey here for the leader of the UMC.
Yeah, super exciting. And I mean, this is something that all 4,000 athletes are technically entered into. But
Yes.
to see how it all plays out, very dramatic in the last day of the event.
Yeah.
So when will the jersey be presented? When will we know who has won?
It's going to take a little bit, I think, till, we have a lot of competitions left today. It kind of switches themes, a lot of running events, still a road cycling event. There's the Power 8, which I know Dane Jackson, who wasn't going to do the 8-ball, the out 8-ball, is now going to do the 8-ball to try to get that. So it's going to drag on, and we'll tonight sometime know who wins the yellow jersey.
Right. It's going to come down to the wire. Well, Chris, thank you so much. And
absolutely.
I think now we should probably check in with that instigator, Ken Hovey, see what he's up to. Ken, what are you doing now?